Coming home. He's coming home. I cannot believe it. Ronaldo is coming back home. I tried my very best to flip in, get the stream up and loaded and whatnot, but OBS on my laptop is being a little bit of a bitch. So I thought, why not just stream directly here via my phone that I'm now placed on top of my microphone? It doesn't matter. Who cares? It's a non-issue. Ronaldo is coming home. I really can't believe it, man. I'm lost for words. I'm legit lost for words. More so because of the terror that would have kind of swept all over my body if Ronaldo ended up signing for Man City. I couldn't have taken it, man. My soul, my heart couldn't have taken it. Ronaldo's been my guy. I grew up on that guy. I grew up on him, right? I watched him come to United as a little spotty Portuguese kid, right? Spots and acne all over his face. He had that weird fried, curly blonde hair. I remember him flipping skinning John O'Shea alive, right? When United went to go play Sport in Lisbon that time and that friendly. And Sir Ferguson was like, who's that little Portuguese kid over there? Let's sign him. Let's get him over here. Let's get him over here. And he came to United and essentially turned himself into a world-class Ballon d'Or winning player, right? Under the tutelage, of course, of Sir Alex Ferguson. Along the way, won a Champions League, a couple of league titles, a couple of domestic cups, mate. Honestly. Amazing. Over the moon. But the biggest terror for me would have been the prospect of seeing Ronaldo line up for City. Because the odd thing is, no one wants to admit it, the really strange thing is, in this situation, is most likely Ronaldo would have probably had a bigger impact playing for City than he would have done playing for United. No one can deny that. But in terms of the magnitude and the damage that it will cause for a brand and for a club, United just couldn't allow Ronaldo to go. They couldn't allow him to go to Man City. How can you allow Ronaldo to go to Man City if you're a serious club? You can't do that. Because Ronaldo going to Man City would have signified the shift in power in Manchester from red to blue. That would have been the final stamp. Already there's examples of it now at the moment. City are a well-run club. They seem to have a process in recruiting players. They seem to just know who to sign in the right time. They've got great managers. They obviously win trophies. Even if Pep Guardiola walks, you can still see them winning a couple of league trophies, right? They won a league trophy under flipping Manuel Pellegrini. Do you know what I mean? So those guys know what they're doing. And they've obviously overtaken Man United in those kind of aspects. Maybe I would say commercially, not all Man United are a league of their own, but in terms of what the kids around Manchester supposedly have heard, they all want to grow up and go to Manchester City Academy because the facilities are so amazing and they've got great coaches. And obviously, Pep's name rings bells. But signing Ronaldo, if Man City had the chance and were able to successfully sign Ronaldo, that would have been the final nail in the coffin. That would have signified that Man City had definitely made their stamp and Manchester was definitely blue. That definitely would have signified it. Because for sure, he would have won them some sort of trophy. He might have maybe got them close to winning the Champions League. Obviously, he'll still have an impact at United, don't get me wrong, but we just couldn't let it happen. And for once, United did what United used to do back in the day, where sometimes they'll just sign a player just so another club wouldn't get him. Because, especially in the league, you don't want to have your kind of your competitors in the league to be able to sign players that you can't, who are obviously good, and then those players then gone on to help that team in terms of winning trophies. They couldn't let that happen. They can't let that happen. How can you let that happen? Come on, man, it's Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo, bruv. Come on. Even though I think long term or in the short term, sorry, or long term, short term doesn't matter. We probably needed a DM more than we needed Ronaldo. We're not really short on goals. No one looks at that Man United team and thinks, you know what, they need to score more goals. Obviously, it would be it would be beneficial or it would be advantageous if we had a proper centre forward that we could rely on. Someone within the 22 to 27 age range who could play week in, week out. At the moment, we're sort of juggling between Edison Cavani, Martial, who's kind of up and down, Mason Greenwood is really young. So just having one guy that can just stand up front and just make that position theirs and contribute, a minimum of let's say 15 plus goals per season is obviously beneficial. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of the cohesion of the team, I still feel like a DM would impact us, would kind of probably have a lot more sort of a knock-on impact with the other players and how we tend to play and whatnot on the pitch than signing Ronaldo. But the best thing about signing Ronaldo, I feel, is that I do feel like this club or my club, I support United so far, the standards have lowered a bit over the years. Maybe because we've had, so many years of not winning a title, or in general because we've seen how far the gap is between us and what City and what even Chelsea are doing at some points in the season. And it's maybe a stark reminder that United aren't really nowhere near to kind of win the title anytime soon. Not in like a cohesive, not in like a consistent sort of like dominant way like we did in the past. We might be able to nick one, right? I'm sure if we're able to string the victories together and finish on top first, it doesn't matter how you do it. If you can do it, you can do it, no problem. But in general, obviously there's a chasm at the moment in terms of coaching. There is a general issue in terms of coaching, but there is a way you can circumvent that. If you're worried about your coach and you don't think your manager can get the best out of the players as available whilst adding some quality, like what Klopp did at Liverpool, the best thing that you could do for that manager is to just give him great players and hope, because Ole Solskjaer has this, reputation as being a great man manager. Your hope is that he's going to be able to wrangle those players together and get them to perform. That's what the hope is. That's what the hope is. Maybe he can do that. He can get them together and get them to perform. I don't think that's possible personally for me. I think I don't think you can be a mediocre coach and coach great players to win trophies or to win league titles. Personally, I think trophies you can do because they're knockout tournaments, one-off games. But to win a league, you have to win. What's that? You have to basically be consistent over 38 games over the season, playing home and away at some of the most, uh, playing home and away in one of the most competitive leagues in the world against teams who aren't coming to face you and just laying down. Do you know what I mean? You go away to Burnley, they need the points, right? They want to survive. They like being in the Premier League. They're gonna go for it. All these teams go for it. So it makes winning a league in England so much harder. So when you do win it, it must be so satisfying because you know for sure we are the best team in England in that regard. So this is the experiment that we're running at the moment. Can Cristiano Ronaldo and all the other players that we signed, Varane, Jadon Sancho, despite Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's, shortcomings as a manager or as a coach, sorry. Manager, I think he's done pretty well. But as a coach, we can all see where the shortcomings are, the semi-finals and whatnot, whatever. We know he's to go down that route. Can they offset the lack of quality in terms of the coaching staff and just do it on the pitch? I'm curious to see if that experiment works. So far, we've seen it work in cup competition. Roberto Di Matteo being a good example, but we've not really seen a manager be able to win a league title that isn't that great with great players. But I mean, you get to see what the changes. Honestly, I'm eager to see. But I've got to be honest, man. I'm just happy that he's not at City. I honestly couldn't take it if he went to City. That would have been it, especially after Wolves. Especially after how that it just made us all kind of realize how far we are as a club after the Leeds bonanza 5-1. The games against Southampton. Sorry, what kind of made everyone kind of wake up because Southampton aren't really a great side. They're pretty average, and all of a sudden, here we are. We're one down against flipping Southampton, and then we're struggling to get the winner. We look disjointed, even though we've got great players. We don't look like we're a cohesive team. There is no real sense. Not sense. There is no kind of methodology behind what we do. We just look disjointed, didn't it? It just looks weird. Everyone had an off day. The man just substitutions didn't work. Everything was just shit. So you're looking at it and you're thinking, rotted. If we go into a season like this and everyone else is playing well, where are we gonna be? Are we gonna finish in the top four? Well, no, we finished in the top four. Don't get me wrong, but like, do you know what I mean? Like that second place finish last season is looking tasty. But now with Ronaldo, the best thing with him is that he improves the standards. He lifts everyone's standard. He's not going to rest on his laurels. So all those young kids, especially the Mason Greenwood, he doesn't shut up about the impact Ronaldo had on him. Like he's always repeating the story about how he used to turn up to training in three-piece suits, and he took training really stayed for after sessions. He looked after his body. He didn't go out. All this sort of stuff. He talks about it like ad nauseum to a point where you're like, okay, relax. We've heard that story enough. But that's the impact of the professionalism that Ronaldo can imbue. So imagine him, leading by example and just showing up to the young players, bro. Imagine all the young players seeing that. Jadon Sancho and them, man, seeing how he goes on, how he acts, how he conducts himself, how pissed he is that he missed. He scores a hat trick away at Burnley, but he misses the fourth goal. He's in the locker room like kicking stuff. Imagine how inspirational it's going to be for those kids to be like, Rob, right? We just won 5-0 and this guy's still angry. Do you know what I mean? Those standards need to be raised because at the moment it feels like we've lowered our standards and expectation and we've kind of accepted that we're just going to be this, wherever we are at the moment. Expectation levels are going to be sky high. They should be sky high because at the moment we've got again, Ronaldo is maybe a bit over the hill. He's not the player he once was. Especially my favorite era of Ronaldo's around 06, 08. That period, he was just out of this world. Like attacking players, like right, like left, right, through the middle, step overs, shots from 40 yards, like just a beast, right? That's not the same Ronaldo, but he can still finish. You give him the ball in and around the box, he's gonna score more often than not. He outscored flipping Lukaku in the Serie A last season, and he was injured a couple of times, missed a couple of games, came up from the bench. The guy's a beast. So if you can replicate just a tiny bit of, woo, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Honestly, I'm so hyped, bro. I'm just happy that they saw what Man City were doing. They said, nah, not on our watch. Not on our watch. Not under my roof. Not under my roof. No way. And I think the fans too were maybe a little bit of an influence. Supposedly, there's been stories about Rio Ferdinand calling him. Bruno Fernandes took him to Ronaldo. Sir Ferguson put the word in. But still, this is Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean? He's driven. He's a winner. So I could have expect. I wouldn't have been that shocked to have seen him still say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to see. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Because he's driven. He wants to win trophies. That's why he's still here. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't need to be playing in the Premier League at his age. He could easily go and cash in his chips basically and go to flipping the Middle East somewhere and make bucket loads of cash. But he wants to play at this level because he just wants to continually keep adding trophies. And it wouldn't surprise me if he played until just maybe even past his 40s. Why not? He's fit as a fiddle. He's an absolute beast. He looks after himself. Doesn't drink. Doesn't go out. Doesn't do anything. Well, not recreational ones anyway. For the most part, we know for sure he's on something to be looking the way he is at his age. But still, he looks after himself. So, for instance, if we can get 2 years out of him, even a year and a half, I am over the moon. I'm over the moon, bruv. But yeah, big up, big up. Here I am, man. Fresh trim as well. I thought I'd show that off. As you can tell with the angle in it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm looking at it. It's like, no, don't watch me too hard, man. The fade's too strong. Don't watch me, man. Oh, the lights are shining. Oh, that paparazzi. But yeah, I'm gassed, bro. Honestly, I'm gassed. I'm super, super gassed. I swear to God, I'm so gassed. I was really dreading having to be the guy that had to boo Ronaldo. I had to find out all of his kind of, I thought I was going to be that guy that had to go and start digging around and finding all these shortcomings, bringing up some legal cases, talking about, kind of, rummaging through his numbers and seeing is he really as good as he says he was and being that guy online. I didn't want to be that guy. Legit, I love the guy. I didn't want to start hating him. So I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy I don't have to hate the guy. And now he's at United. I can't believe it. It's amazing. Interesting part. One thing I want to know. I spit myself. I didn't do that. The one thing I want to know: what happens now with his number? Does Cavani give up his number 7 and give it to Cristiano Ronaldo, or does he take some new number? Like Jadon Sancho came in and he couldn't take 7 because Cavani wanted it. Now Cavani wants to go play World Cup qualifiers with flipping Uruguay. Yeah, all right, cool. Go Uruguay and stay there, bruv. Go hang out with your horses or whatever you got. All right, give Cristiano Ronaldo number 7, and you numbers. Give him the 77 or whatever else he wants. Tell him to jam, and then when you're ready, you come back in it. It's a mad situation. Someone's dictating when they come back, right? I'm just gonna go off and do my thing. But you know how these South American players are. They love their country more than they probably love their family. Cool, safe. But we got Ronaldo, innit? We got Ronaldo. That's the thing. We got Ronaldo. Don't piss me off. Honestly, don't piss me off. I'm just so gassed. Honestly, you won't believe how gassed I am. I'm so gassed. I'm so happy. I can't believe this happening. Especially after all the rumors with Man City. I was just thinking, in my head, I was thinking, you know what? How could he go to Man City? He can't do this to us. He can't do this to us, man. He's gonna ruin his legacy in like that. Top Reds who love Ollie, who are all Ollie in, don't have a bad word to say about the club, trust the process, it takes time, blah, 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 blah. McTominay's better than Declan Rice. All those guys, right? All those guys would have had to really look themselves in the mirror if Ronaldo signed to Man City. They would have to look themselves in the mirror and thought to themselves, do I still love this guy if he goes to Man City? If he goes to sign to those lot, would I really like him? If he's there flipping, singing, one the imagine that, bruv. What's he gonna be doing? You think it's like? Can you imagine the scene if he was in blue, scoring at the doing the flipping Sue in front of us? Because you know he would do it if he scored. If he was giving him pelters the whole game and he ended up scoring a mad goal, top bins, right? Leaving flipping De Gea or Dean Henderson scrambling. You know that top was gonna come off and he was gonna bare his ripped body and be like, ah. You know what I mean? You know it. You know he was gonna do it. He was gonna do a Tevez. 100%. He would have done a Tevez. You know what I mean? He would have done a Tevez. 100%. Bruv, we couldn't let that happen, man. We can't let that happen. No, no way. So here we are, innit? United. What can we do now, innit? The expectation levels are high. That's the thing. Man United probably did this just because they didn't want to have a riot on their hands. Because the worst scenario would have been City sign Ronaldo, United pretty mediocre or slow start to the season, right? The league title kind of goes away from us. We have a bit of a shaky run in the European Cup, whichever one it is, Champions League or the UEFA or the Europa League. And then slowly but surely, people start to turn their ire on the board and on the coaching staff. They didn't want that, right? Because they love Oli because he gets top four football, and they obviously it takes away the pressure from them, and they just want to continue coasting, extracting all the dividends for the club. So the best thing to do to avoid it would be to kind of quell all the protests because no one's saying Glazer's out anymore, right? No one's saying fuck Ed Woodward anymore. We should be still saying it to the hills. Just the other day, flipping Rio Ferdinand just now on stream was like, "Oh, you got to give Ed Woodward some credit because he gets a bad rap. He gets a bad rap." Like what? Ed Woodward gets a bad rap. Club, bro. What have we won since he's been at the club? What have we won? What have we won consistently? What brand of football do we play? This guy saying who deserves more credit. So imagine what those guys would have had to reconcile with if Ronaldo went to City. All those scenarios have been avoided just because Ronaldo signed to United. If you would have gone to City, those scenarios would have been legit insane. Think about it. If you're only in, think about what you'd have to do in your head to make that season make sense if it all went pear shaped. But still, expectation levels should still be high. We've got Ronaldo now. We've got Jadon Sancho. We've got Varane. The only thing we're missing is a proper DM, right? So we have to have a league challenge. We have to have some sort of semblance of a league challenge. If prior to Ronaldo signing, that Man United should be challenging for the league, what should they be doing now that we've signed Ronaldo? We've added 20 goals to our team. We've added many more goal contributions, right? We've added influence, impact, experience, blah, 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 blah. What should we expect now? If you thought we were going to challenge without him, what should we do now? Should we expect to win the title? Should we be upset if we're 20 points off in December? Do you blame Oli? Who do you blame now if we don't win the title? Who do you blame? I want to know. Who do you blame? Who do you blame? We're missing a DM. Anyone that comes to me and says, "Oh, we need a DM, that's why you're not playing great football," with the players that we have available now, you are smoking, that good stuff that I wish I had, honestly. Because we have to be challenging. We have to be challenging for the league, challenging for a cup. Means you think we might win that trophy. We might win that league title. That's what means challenge. Not just being there, challenging, striking fear in these teams again. Oh, what a great day to be alive, bro. People are going to come to Old Trafford trembling. Ronaldo's going to be on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Coming on at half time. Or sometimes starting games. And imagine, bro. Imagine. Imagine the scenes. Oh, I'm over the moon. I am. I'm gassed. I'm gassed. I'm so happy he didn't go to City. So happy. It would have ruined his legacy. I would have to turn into a Ronaldo hater, which I've never been, because I've loved the guy from the moment he signed for us, because I watched his career from the start all the way. I've always been a more of a bigger fan of Ronaldo over Messi, just because he's self-made, not self-made, but he kind of willed himself into being a world-class player, right? Messi was kind of, given a God-given gift of being essentially the, Maradona regen, but Ronaldo had to make himself into the world's best player. He had to make himself into that, right? So he gave hope to everybody that if you concentrated, if you focused and you honed down on the talents that you were given and just worked hard at it and were diligent and sacrificed everything outside of, football. The only thing you see him really indulging in is women, really, right? He's got a mad roster of girls that he's kind of been with or exes from the past and stuff. That's it, really. For the most part, cars, but he doesn't have any other crazy vices. He cuts off mad stuff just so he can be professional and driven and go there. So I've always loved the guy. I've always preferred him over Messi for that fact. And of course, he played for United, isn't it? Right? When he was playing for United, that was one of that was obviously at a time what I saw was the most successful period of United that I was watching. He made me fall in love with the club. I love the guy. Do you know what I mean? Love him to bits. So I couldn't bear the idea of having to hate him. I couldn't bear the idea of having to hate him, but I would have to. What else can I do? And this shows you how strong club rivalries are. United only signed him because they heard City was signing him. They're like, no, we can't let him go there. That's how strong club rivalries are. They couldn't let Ronaldo go. What would have happened? They know. They know how Pep would have used him. They know how that system would have. Just imagine how many goals Ronaldo would have scored for City with flipping Kevin De Bruyne spamming crosses into the box. Come on, man. Riyad Mahrez cutting in and chipping balls into the back post. or bending balls and back. But how many goals would he would have scored bucket loads? Easy, 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 light work. So they couldn't let that happen. So now here he is, man. He's at United. And I'm gassed, bruv. I'm gassed. I'm gassed. I've got nothing more to say. Let's double check the saying. What is this? What is this? What is this? Live. What everyone's saying here. Unique. Big up XC. Big up Jones. Big up Made by Ruben. Big up Pea Soup. Big up Tough. I think Tough Cough Viv or whatever. Yeah, big up all you guys watching, if you are, wherever you may be. Of course, just quick little live stream because my laptop died, unfortunately. I think it keeps dying at the moment now. Yo, big up. Thanks for the super chat, my friend. You have a couple pints on me, time to celebrate. Yes, brother. Big up. Yeah, I'm gonna be down in them pints. I've got like a tiny bit of whiskey here actually that I'm gonna be sipping on later. This is actually sipping it now. This is a celebration, a Ronaldo celebration. Oh, he's coming home. He's coming home. He's coming. Ronnie's coming home. Man, come on, man. Are you mad? He's coming home, bro. He's coming home. Yes, Eric C. Big up, tough. Big up, big up, big up. Much appreciated, man. Honestly, this is one of the best days of my life. And it landed on a Friday. It landed on a Friday. Do you know how ham I'm gonna go? Do you know how ham I'm gonna go, bro? It landed on a Friday. Cristiano Ronaldo re-signing to United landed on a Friday. Do you know how hard I'm gonna go? Huh? I feel like going to Sports Direct right now, buying a pair of AstroTurfs, and just done in the dance, going to whatever, finding a 5-a-side and just trying to join in and seeing what I want. Do you know what I mean? I feel like just going out and doing that, bro. I feel like when I was a kid. You remember back in the day when you were a kid, you'd watch flipping up and whatnot. You get gas at somebody doing, games and stuff, right? Do you know what I mean? Do you remember? God, man. Ugh. He's back. He's back. He's back. But yeah, big up everyone watching. Big up. Thanks again to Tough for a super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. Oh yeah, love the remix. Yeah, big up. You know the remix, man. He's coming home. He's coming home. He's coming. Cristiano's coming home. Be like, Ronnie's coming home. He's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Ronnie's coming home. Bruv, you know who I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for Norwich. What do you reckon Norwich are going to feel like when they see Ronaldo lining up against them? They are going to get pammed. Are you dumb? They are going to get pammed. To absolutely, mate, if Zlatan Ibrahimovic was able to do what he did at United with all of his injuries and with his limited mobility and all that malarkey, if he was able to do that at his age with the team that he was playing with at that time, United now are a far better team than we were back then, right? Fuck yeah, we're going to win the World Cup. Bro, we're going to win the World Cup. We're going to win the Euros. We're going to win the Champions League. We're going to win League 1. We're going to win the La Liga. Know what I mean? We're going to win all them cups, bruv. We're going to go on X Factor. We're going to win that too. We're going to go to Mark Singer stuff. We're going to win that as well. You know what I mean? We're going to win it all. Any trophy you see out there, those little karate tournaments with those little kids, we're going to win that too. Going to kick some 7-year-old in the head and say, move out of the way. United's here. We do what we want. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. Come on, man. What do you think this is? What do you actually think this is? This is what big clubs do. Big clubs do this. Big clubs don't mess around. They don't wait. They don't like building process. Nah, bruv. You get out the checkbook, right? And you just sign good players. And you think, rah, whatever. Yeah, Wimbledon, we're winning that as well. Serena, Venus, kick down. Roger Federer, stay in Switzerland or wherever you're from, bruv. We're winning that, bruv. Backhand, forehand, big serve, whatever. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna Pete Sampras it. Remember Pete Sampras back in the day? Those whack in air, bam, 1 point, bam, again point, bam, set. Know what I mean? Sit down, set. Have your banana, man. Drink your water. You're out. Go in the showers, man. Get a shower. Do you know what I mean? Go see your family. You're done out here, man. United's in the place. See how gassed I am? That's all it takes. Now imagine how gassed I am now. Imagine if we win trophies. Imagine if we win trophies, how dumb I'm gonna act online. In real life, imagine how dumb I'm gonna act, right? You guys made me feel 10 feet taller, bro, right? I feel 10 feet taller right now. I feel like I'm Jason Momoa, bro. I'm gonna just walk in and just like, yeah, what? I mean, I'm feeling bad already. And this is only, imagine we win a trophy. Win a trophy, mate. Imagine if we win a trophy. And oh man, honestly, don't piss me off. That's why my expectations are high. High, man. High. Challenge for the title, win a couple of trophies, do the thing, Merv. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. I don't want any building process, take time. Nah. If you can't win it now, go home. And if you can't go home, stay away from me. I don't care. No more. None. Expectation is high. I want us to win a trophy. One this season. I don't. You know what? Yeah. To be real, let me be real. I don't even care which one. Even the Carling Cup, win one trophy, bruv. Just let us have one day of glory. Jumping up and down, chucking our beers in the air, everyone getting drained down my eyes, my phone, whatever. Just win one trophy. One trophy, please. One. And just see how gas we all get. See what this does to the fan base, bruv. Look, I'm sweating already. I'm sweating. See this hairline? Sweat is coming down here, bruv. That's how gas. You dumb. Come on, man. Win one trophy. And if we don't, then we have to look at the coaching staff. We've got to look at what we do and then change things. What big clubs do. You sign these big players in the hope that these big players are going to influence your team, right? They're forward and they're going to help catapult you to higher heights. And if that doesn't happen because you invested so much in these players and you're paying them big wages and the agents fees and whatever else underhand payments that you do, the pressure gets put back onto the coaching staff because it's far easier to sack one guy or his coaching team than it is to sack a whole roster of players. So this is actually a signifier that we're trying to get to the next level. Okay, all well and good finishing in the top four, but if you're United, the real money, the real prestige, the real legacy building is in competing and winning the league title and challenging and winning European trophies. That's where the real money is made. If the Glazers are only in this for the money and they're bleeding our club dry and sucking us out with all the dividends and whatnot, right? If they're doing that, get more money and extract more money out of the club and basically quell all the protests is to make us a winning team, make us win trophies, construct together an organization, forget all the bankers, put them to one side, get football people in. I don't mean ex-pros. I don't want you to see all these ex-pros coming in from United, all these dumb numbnuts and no, nothing. These Paul Scholes and these guys just chatting shit. Nah, get actual people that know football to come in, get them in there and settle down. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all we need, bro. Settle things down. Get some structure into place. Get some order, a direction. Get an idea of what kind of play we're trying to approach. What type of football we want to play. And then implement that, bro. Implement that. Implement that. That's it. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm done. It's already nearly half an hour. I'm ranting and raving. I'm sweating. I need to shower now. So big up everyone. Ronnie's back home. He's back. Ronnie's back. Back like, you know, you know. Yeah, bro. You look. Come on, man. Come on. Ronnie's back, man. Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, big up everyone that was tuning in. If you have been tuned in from the start, make sure you smash that like button for me. Smash it for me. Smash that like button. Smash that like button if you think United should be winning something this season. Smash it if you think we should be winning something. Smash that baby. Smash it. All right. Big up, man. But yeah, I'm out. Thanks again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to have you coming home. He's coming home. Ronnie's coming home. He's coming home. He's coming home. He's coming. Ronnie's coming home. I'm so gassed. But yeah, big up everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to have your company. I'll see you guys again very, very soon, obviously. Hopefully I can get my laptop to start working. But until then, peace, sayonara, hang tight. Hang tight.